like he's the one who sort of instilled it without even knowing.
Okay.
And even him, when he had that, I was, because that time they got separated with my mom.
Yeah.
He was not in my life for quite a while. And by the time he was coming back into our lives, I'd already started music. So it's like, siku hizi unafanya nini? Nikamwambia nafanya muziki. He's like, wewe where's muziki wewe? You can't sing you. Maybe your brother can sing, because my brother used to be interested. My dad used to have a band, and he used to have dancers.
Yes.
But because me and him never really got along, it looked like I was never interested into, getting into the music scene. But, God has his own plans. So anyway, so we lived there for some time. Then we moved from Eastleigh. We went to that place called Muthure. And I remember I was in class 5. And for me, moving to Muthure was like culture shock for me. Because we the schools were different. Like in New Eastleigh, for instance, shule tulikuwa, we had these workers who used to clean the school and all that.
Wow.
But in Muthure primary school, we the students
the one.
were the cleaners. Which was, we taught us a lot. We became responsible.
Yes.
Like we used to carry ash, because we had pit latrines. We didn't have,
Yes.
So that was different, so we had to carry ash, we had to carry pangas, jembes.
So one would say, kwa sababu umesema it was between Wanginge
and Kikuyu.
So that means maybe it was during, you're talking about 90s now, right?
That was around 1990 actually.
So maybe it was still a bit more rural.
Yes, it was.
Than now.
Yes, right now you go there, you can't even believe it is the same place. It has transformed completely. But in the 90s, or 80s, I would say it was more, it was more rural than urban. So things were different. So you can imagine you're from a place where you're used to certain things, and now you're all of a sudden you feel as if you've been taken to the reserves. So it was, for us, it was really difficult. And then now, remember, even in school, everyone is speaking in Kikuyu, while we have no clue. We didn't know any Kikuyu, despite my father being a Kikuyu.
We are city boys.
Yes, we are city boys, exactly. So I'm tired to Nairobi. Then even the kids would wonder, hawa ni wagani hao? Kina nani hao? Even the teachers, the teachers would teach, but they explain in Kikuyu. So it was very difficult, and we had to catch up. We had to quickly learn the language, even though we did not speak it at home. Even with my father has never spoken to me in Kikuyu.
Yes.
To date, he doesn't speak in Kikuyu.
But you do speak Kikuyu.
I do. I can't speak, but I'm not very fluent. Because obviously, because I never grew up, talking and all that. So, but I've learned the language. So it was quite a transformation for us, but. We grew, we went through the system and all that until I cleared high school. Class 8. Wow. Yes, and I did my KCPE. It was very difficult because now, when we moved there, that's the time my mother and my father got separated. So my mom went back to Eastleigh, and she left us. She had to leave us. There's a way they discussed with the wazees. And it was decided that my father will remain with the kids, and my mom will go back, by herself with my elder sister. So it was very difficult. Living without our mother was quite a difficult thing. And but we survived. We went through life, and I can say, I've learned so much from my childhood up to this moment. It has shaped me into who I am today, and I really appreciate, the things that I went through, because that is what has enabled me to be who I am today.
Yes.
So basically, that's how it started. And I don't know if there's anything I've left behind.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much.
Yeah. No,
to
sasa
talk
umemaliza
about.
class 8.
Yes.
You say umemaliza class 8.
Yes.
In this place.
Yes.
What happens after that?
So after class 8, I'm still living with my father, and it's just me and my brother.
My younger brother.
Yeah, my younger brother.
Yes, yeah.
Remember when we moved there?
Yes.
It was the 4 of us. My elder sister refused to come with us there. She lived with my grandmother and then joined my mother when she went back to Eastleigh.
Yes.
So the 4 of us, my late sister and our third-born sister, because my late sister had cleared high school by then, so she was waiting to go to college.
Okay.
But unfortunately, my father was like, they had issues, and my sister decided she wants to go and live with my mom.
Yeah.
So she left.
Yeah. Sounds like your father was a disciplinarian.
Alikuwa mkali sana. Mkali. You know, but you know, we had no choice. I mean, you're kids.
Yes,
so whatever he
Yeah,
says goes.
Yeah.
And that's final.
Okay.
So we were left the 3 of us, and then because my late sister and our third born were close, they were so tight. She never used to speak, like, you know, she would not talk. She would just wake up, do her thing, whatever chores she had, and she would not talk at all. So one day my father asked me, "Wewe pia unataka kwenda?" And she was like, "Yeah, mimi nataka kwenda." And that is how me and my brother were left, just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
So I cleared class 8, and so I was called to a school in Embu for, you know, to join Form 1. And then, so I went to Embu.
Yeah. Okay.
I was there for 1 term.
Yeah.
And then, so we, you know, the holidays, we came back home. And then when it was time to go back to school, I went to school, and then, you know, I was sent back because of school fees.
In Embu sasa.
In Embu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I stayed there. I came back home, and my father could not raise the school fees.
Yes. Yeah.
So I ended up staying at home for the whole term.
Yeah.
And then come 3rd term, I was supposed to go back, so at least I was able to, you know, do exams and all that, so that I could now
from
proceed.
2 sasa.
From 2.
Yeah.
But so my father, I remember, sent me to my grandma's place in Old Kalau. I don't know if you know about Old Kalau.
Yeah.
It's just before you get
Nyandarua.
to Nyahururu. Yes,
Nyandarua.
Yes.
Nyandarua,
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good place, very nice place, very fertile.
Yeah.
You know. So he sent me to my grandma's place and told me, go and talk to grandma and tell her to look for a school for you. And I want you to study there. And once you're done with school, you stay there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's so I went to my grandma's place. I talked to my grandma. We looked for a school. I got a school. So I went back home now to, you know, get my stuff and of course the money, the school fees and all that. But unfortunately my dad didn't have the money. Yeah. So I remember it was like on a Sunday, and those days, Sundays, you know, was one of those days you look good, you know, you wear your Sunday best.
Yes. Yeah.
So I was, you know, clean and all. I'd done all my chores and nini.
Yeah.
So I'd prepared and I'm ready to go back to my grandma's place.
Yeah.
So that I can start school on Monday.
Yeah.
But so hiyo siku vile ilifika, I think my dad did not have the money.
Yeah.
So he you know.
Had he remarried at this time?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just the 3 of us. So I sat there, I did my chores very, you know, early in the morning, and I was prepared and ready to go home. I mean, to my grandma's place. But, you know, ikafika saa 3, saa 4, because I was supposed to leave very early. Because those days, transport was an issue. Yeah. So I woke up early and did my chores and all that. Then ikafika saa 5, saa 6, saa 7, and I knew I was not going anywhere.
Okay.
So later on, I just got bored, and
Don't tell me that's how you don't go back to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let me tell you. So what happened is that I decided to go to my neighbor's place. I was bored. Like that day was just a bad day. And I just had this bad feeling, in my heart. So I went to the neighbors, and my father was like I said, my father was a really harsh man. So he had even forbidden us to go to the neighbors. You could only stay in your home. Don't do anything. You just stay, and So I decided to go to my neighbors. I sat there. I watched TV, and before you know it, it was around 6 o'clock. Mimi hata nilikuwa nimejisahau,
Yes.
So he
You're
said
15 now. 15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, I was 15. Yeah, because I was just joined Form 1. Yeah. So my father sends my bro. My brother comes, and he's like, "Hey, manze wewe, wewe kwa shida Mwanza amekasirika, like he's so mad." Me at that time, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. Let him do whatever he's gonna do.